I wrong, or was I correct to suggest that there seems to be a relationship between the research that each of you is doing and notions of praxis? By that I mean that beyond just the publication of your research, you're using your research to bring about transformations in the African American community or in the larger diaspora or in the global world.
I think that you're correct. I think for me in particular, that is always actually the foremost thing in my mind before even the theory, because I come from the work as a healer and as a priest. And so in many ways I feel like I'm working backwards in terms of how do I theorize the actual working and doing of the work and implementation of the work. So I think it's there. You weren't wrong. You're correct.
Anybody else?
And you know what? For me, even though I'm looking at this thing from a philosophical lens and a psychological lens, I think it's most important that my scholarship brings in with it a sort of practice within the Black community. So right now, I'm in a process. Well, I've been a part of this mentors group that deals with African American males and females, and some students that are here that I help to get into school, doing recommendations and things of that nature. So I see myself as a scholar type of activist, and I want to continue that. I also want to continue to sort of create a space in which we can have these conversations within the Black community itself, instead of just on the campus, but also in the Black community as well.
I think most importantly, it is necessary that history should be written. And if you're going to make sure that certain things are done for that, so that the future generation gets to know what has transpired or what is happening now, so much so that if what I'm doing right now has not been done, then it needs to be done so that people can read about it. And so I see that as something that should be done. Some history should be written, and then so that people can get access to it at the right time.
You want to say anything?
I don't know if mine is directly as much connected to practice, but I do think it is important through my project to kind of understand that we are becoming more diverse as a Black community. There are more African and Afro-Caribbean and Spanish immigrants and Latin American immigrants coming here. So I think it is very important to kind of acknowledge this diversity and how it's kind of reconceptualizing what it means to be Black.
Okay. Anybody else can jump in with a question?